Most people accept frequent repairs and mechanical glitches as a normal part of owning an SUV. But smart owners buy a vehicle once and keep it forever. These 9 legendary models use over-engineered platforms and low-stress powertrains that are virtually immortal. Let's break down the 9 SUVs that simply never break down. Number 9. Honda CR-V. The Honda CR-V has quietly built one of the strongest reliability reputations in the American SUV market, and the numbers back it up in a serious way. Consumer Reports has ranked the CR-V among the most dependable compact SUVs for over a decade, and J.D. Power consistently hands it scores in the mid-80s for long-term durability. What makes this Honda such a workhorse is the bulletproof 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, and the naturally aspirated 2.4-liter that came before it, both engineered to comfortably clock past 250,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes, timing chain inspections, and the occasional brake job. Owners across forums like CR-V Owners Club regularly report hitting 300,000 miles on original transmissions, which is almost unheard of in this segment. From a wallet standpoint, the CR-V is a financial win on multiple fronts. RepairPal pegs the average annual maintenance cost at just $407, far below the $521 average for compact SUVs across the board. A new 2026 CR-V starts around $30,000, and resale value remains exceptional, with 5-year depreciation hovering near 42%, meaning a $32,000 CR-V can still fetch close to $18,000 down the road. Insurance averages a reasonable $1,500 per year, and fuel economy of 28 miles per gallon city and 34 mpg highway keeps gas bills predictable. When you add up the low repair bills, strong resale, and engines that simply refuse to quit, the Honda CR-V earns its spot as an SUV you can genuinely own forever without dreading the next service appointment. Number 8. Lexus RX. The Lexus RX stands as one of the most quietly indestructible luxury SUVs ever sold on American soil, and its track record reads like a love letter to mechanical engineering done right. J.D. Power has crowned the RX the most dependable midsize premium SUV multiple years running, with reliability scores climbing into the low 90s out of 100. The secret sauce here is the shared DNA with Toyota, meaning the 3.5-liter V6 found in the RX 350 and the hybrid powertrain in the RX 450 H are essentially the same battle-tested units that power Camrys and Highlanders across the country. Owners regularly cross the 300,000-mile mark with original engines, original transmissions, and even original hybrid batteries still holding strong, which is the kind of longevity that turns first-time Lexus buyers into lifetime customers. On the financial side, the RX makes a surprisingly compelling case for a luxury badge. RepairPal lists the average annual maintenance cost at just $636. A new 2026 Lexus RX 350 starts around $48,000, and resale value remains best in class, with 5-year depreciation sitting near 45%, meaning a $50,000 RX can still command close to $27,000 at trade-in. Insurance averages around $1,600 annually, and the hybrid trim delivers a remarkable 36 miles per gallon combined, keeping fuel expenses comfortably in check. Factor in the rock-solid powertrain, the negligible repair bills for a luxury vehicle, and the resale value that refuses to crater, and the Lexus RX easily earns its reputation as a luxury sport utility vehicle you can hand down to your kids without apology. Number 7. Toyota Sequoia. The Toyota Sequoia is the kind of full-size sport utility vehicle that treats 200,000 miles as a warm-up lap, and it has spent more than 2 decades cementing that reputation across American highways. The previous generation rode on the same body-on-frame platform as the legendary Tundra and Land Cruiser, and the current 2022 redesign brought in the iForce Max twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 hybrid, an engine cranking out 437 horsepower while still delivering serious longevity. Consumer Reports has placed the Sequoia in the top tier for predicted reliability for years, and owners on Toyota Nation forums routinely document trucks crossing 400,000 miles with original drivetrains intact. The 10-speed automatic transmission, the rugged solid rear axle, and the fully boxed frame all contribute to a vehicle that simply refuses to age out gracefully. On the dollar side, the Sequoia delivers exceptional long-haul value despite its full-size footprint. RepairPal estimates average annual maintenance at $642, which is remarkably low for a three-row hauler weighing nearly 6,000 pounds. A new 2026 Toyota Sequoia starts around $63,000, and the resale figures are genuinely staggering, with 5-year depreciation hovering near just 37%, meaning a $65,000 Sequoia can still pull close to $41,000 at resale. When you combine the truck-tough underpinnings, the elite resale value, and a hybrid system engineered for the long haul, the Toyota Sequoia firmly earns its place as a sport utility vehicle that genuinely lasts a lifetime. Number 6. Subaru Forester. The Subaru Forester has carved out a devoted following among American drivers who demand all-weather capability without sacrificing dependability, and its mechanical track record over the past 15 years backs up every bit of that loyalty. The 2.5-liter naturally aspirated boxer four-cylinder is the unsung hero here. An engine that lays flat for a lower center of gravity and routinely clocks past 250,000 miles when paired with consistent oil changes and timing chain care. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, standard on every Forester, is mechanically simpler than many competing systems and has proven itself across Vermont winters, Colorado mountain passes, and Pacific Northwest mud for decades. Consumer Reports continues to rate the Forester near the top of the compact sport utility vehicle reliability charts, with above-average scores in nearly every category. From a financial standpoint, the Forester is one of the most budget-friendly long-term ownership propositions in its class. RepairPal lists the average annual maintenance cost at just $632, which is competitive even against smaller crossovers. A new 2026 Subaru Forester base trim starts around $29,000, and resale value remains genuinely strong, with 5-year depreciation sitting around 43%, meaning a $32,000 Forester can still fetch close to $18,000 at trade-in. Add up the legendary Boxer engine, the standard all-wheel drive grip, and the genuinely low cost of ownership, and the Subaru Forester proves itself as a sport utility vehicle that simply keeps going long after others have retired. Number 5. Lexus GX. The Lexus GX is arguably the most underrated tank on American roads, a body-on-frame luxury sport utility vehicle that shares its bones with the globally revered Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. For 2 full generations, the GX 460 soldiered on with the legendary 4.6-liter V8, an engine so overbuilt that owners regularly post photos of odometers crossing 400,000 miles with zero internal work performed. The all-new 2024 GX 550 introduced a twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 producing 349 horsepower, mated to a 10-speed automatic, and built on the same TNGAF platform underpinning the new Land Cruiser and Tundra. J.D. Power has consistently rated the GX among the most dependable luxury sport utility vehicles on the market, and the full-time four-wheel drive system has earned an almost mythological reputation among off-road communities. In dollar terms, the GX punches well above its weight for long-term value. RepairPal estimates the average annual maintenance cost at $660, which is shockingly low for a body-on-frame luxury hauler. A new 2026 Lexus GX 550 Premium starts around $69,000, and resale is in a league of its own, with 5-year depreciation hovering near just 33%, meaning a $70,000 GX can still command close to $46,000 at resale. Insurance averages roughly $1,720 per year, and fuel economy lands around 19 miles per gallon combined. With its truck-grade frame, its rock-solid powertrain heritage, and resale numbers that genuinely embarrass the luxury competition, the Lexus GX earns its place as a sport utility vehicle that gets passed down rather than traded in. Number 4. Mazda CX-5. The Mazda CX-5 has steadily climbed the reliability charts to become one of the most quietly bulletproof compact sport utility vehicles in the American market, and engineering discipline is the reason why. Mazda chose to stick with the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter Sky Active G four-cylinder as the workhorse engine, a power plant designed around high compression and minimal forced induction stress, which translates directly into long-term durability. The optional turbocharged 2.5-liter is equally well-mannered when maintained properly, and the 6-speed automatic transmission is praised across forums for being far more reliable than the dual-clutch and continuously variable transmissions found in rival crossovers. Consumer Reports has ranked the CX-5 in the top 3 for predicted reliability in its segment for multiple consecutive years, and owners regularly report crossing 220,000 miles with nothing more than fluid changes and brake service. On the financial side, the CX-5 is one of the most affordable long-term ownership stories in its class. RepairPal pegs the average annual maintenance cost at just $447, which is among the lowest figures recorded in the entire compact sport utility segment. A new 2026 Mazda CX-5 base trim starts around $29,000, and resale value holds up impressively, with 5-year depreciation around 45%. Meaning a $31,000 CX-5 can still bring in close to $17,000 at trade-in. Combine the disciplined, naturally aspirated powertrain, the proven traditional transmission, and the genuinely tiny repair bills, and the Mazda CX-5 proves itself as a sport utility vehicle built to outlast its loan by a wide margin. Number 3. Toyota Highlander. The Toyota Highlander has earned a near-mythical status among American families as the 3-row sport utility vehicle that simply refuses to break, and its consistency across 4 full generations is genuinely remarkable. The 3.5-liter V6 that powered the Highlander for over a decade is considered one of the most durable engines Toyota has ever produced, routinely crossing 300,000 miles with original timing chains, original water pumps, and original transmissions still doing their job. The current generation moved to a turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder and a hybrid configuration pairing a 2.5-liter Atkinson cycle engine with electric motors, and both options have already shown excellent durability in early high-mileage testing. Consumer Reports ranks the Highlander at or near the top of the midsize 3-row sport utility segment for predicted reliability year after year. In dollar terms, the Highlander is a long-term financial winner. RepairPal lists the average annual maintenance cost at just $489, which is far below the segment average of $675 for 3-row crossovers. A new 2026 Toyota Highlander starts around $40,000, and resale value holds steady with 5-year depreciation around 41%, meaning a $42,000 Highlander can still pull close to $24,000 at trade-in. With its legendary engine lineage, family-friendly running costs, and the kind of resale numbers that make accountants smile, the Toyota Highlander cements itself as a 3-row sport utility vehicle built for the long haul. Number 2. Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot has spent more than 2 decades proving that a 3-row family sport utility vehicle can be both spacious and genuinely indestructible, and the engineering choices behind it explain exactly why. The 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 has powered the Pilot through multiple generations and remains one of the most respected engines in the entire Honda lineup, with countless owners documenting trips past 280,000 miles on original internals. The current generation introduced a refreshed version of that V6 paired with a smoother 10-speed automatic transmission, and early reliability data from J.D. Power suggests it is performing right in line with the powertrains it replaced. The fully independent suspension, the robust four-wheel drive system on trail sport trims, and the consistent build quality at Honda's Lincoln, Alabama plant all contribute to a vehicle that genuinely earns its long-term reputation. From a wallet standpoint, the Pilot is one of the most cost-effective three-row haulers a family can put in the driveway. RepairPal estimates the average annual maintenance cost at just $542, which is well below the segment average for vehicles of this size. A new 2026 Honda Pilot Sport starts around $40,000, and resale value remains genuinely strong, with 5-year depreciation around 43%, meaning a $42,000 Pilot can still command close to $23,000 at trade-in. Add up the proven Honda V6, the family-friendly ownership costs, and the rock-solid resale figures, and the Honda Pilot easily earns its place as a three-row sport utility vehicle that families pass down through generations. Number 1. Toyota RAV4. The Toyota RAV4 sits at the very top of this list for reasons that go far beyond marketing, because it has quietly become the best-selling sport utility vehicle in the United States, while simultaneously holding one of the strongest reliability records ever recorded in the segment. The 2.5-liter dynamic force four-cylinder is essentially the same engine family found in the Camry and the Lexus ES, an over-engineered powerplant designed to comfortably exceed 300,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance. Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, and iSeeCars have all repeatedly placed the RAV4 at the top of long-term dependability rankings, and the data is genuinely difficult to argue with. RepairPal lists the average annual maintenance cost at just $429, one of the lowest figures in the entire industry. A new 2026 Toyota RAV4 starts around $29,000, and resale value is genuinely elite, with 5-year depreciation hovering near just 35%, meaning a $31,000 RAV4 can still pull close to $20,000 at trade-in. From the wallet-friendly Honda CR-V all the way up to the truly unbeatable Toyota RAV4, every single one of these sport utility vehicles has earned its place through decades of proven engineering, tiny repair bills, and resale figures that genuinely protect your investment for the long haul. Whether the priority is luxury, family hauling, off-road capability, or simple everyday commuting, this list shows that buying smart up front can mean owning one sport utility vehicle for a lifetime, rather than rolling the dice on a new loan every 5 years. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.